Yup, I'm back. Third time's the charm, right?
I will not lie, the money serving as my motivation. Think of a stallion in a couple, there's a correlation. They see my presence in the game, it's like a fumigation. And when they bumping wide, so it's like intimidation.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy. And this will probably be the longest video I make on this channel. So some of y'all are seeing the new place, you're like, oh, new apartment, this, what's happening in your life? Where have you been? It's been 9 months, Lebu. What made you stop shooting? Stuff like that. Well, if I had to explain that, I think I'd put it into 3 major factors. One being imposter syndrome. You know, when you're watching your favorite YouTubers, you're like, oh, this seems possible, this can be done, I can do this. And then you start realizing like you guys don't really have the same things. So you start to doubt yourself in a sense. That was my first downfall. Number 2 being, I have this thing where I start something, become moderately good or maybe great at it, and then I just stop doing it and then head to something else. And it's something that I've noticed when I do sports. Like for instance, I did Taekwondo. You know, depending on how good you are, obviously you'll upgrade in belts, stuff like that. So I went from white to, I think, the 3rd belt. I forgot the color for it now. I went from white to the 3rd one, went to a competition, got 1st place for form and won my only fight. You know, so basically they're like, yo, number one. Went to the next thing, got another medal for that. And then at that point I was like, damn, what's next? So from there I just stopped doing that and then went to the next sport. So I feel like that same thing happened to YouTube, where I was like, you know, I'm getting views now. Not really views, but I was like, I'm getting views now, so I need to find other things to do while I'm trying to like figure out what could get me more views instead of actually pushing to get more views, you get what I mean? And then number 3 is we all experienced it, pandemic. Pandemic kind of weighed down on a lot of us, you know, because everybody's mental health just went flatlined. So yeah, with the pandemic, it became a situation of like, yo, you can't go out, you can't see your friends, you can't see your girlfriend, you can't, you know, basically all of that stuff mixed into like one bunch of you. As a YouTuber, you have to sit at home now and do nothing. So with that, I was like, there's no point in me posting me just being at home, because what I do at home is usually play games or watch YouTube videos, stuff like that. That's probably the main reason why I started a 2nd channel, to play games. But eventually I realized, like, you know what, it's not like I don't like playing games online, but the experience is different when you're playing the game versus making a show out of it, you know. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Don't worry, I didn't think about offing myself or anything like that. And check on your friends that are thinking about stuff like that, because yeah, just check on your friends, man. So on a lighter note, obviously people are gonna ask, what happened? What have you been up to? In my case, I have been doing stuff, it's just that it hasn't been visible. So I just wrote some of it down just so you guys can grasp what I've been doing since I stopped posting for 9 months. Thing is, I've been doing freelance work that hasn't stopped. Obviously, pandemic has slowed down a lot of things, but I did some freelance work here and there. I even shot my first white wedding. Like, that was pretty cool. And the nice thing about this wedding was it was superhero based. And so the pictures came out like this, and then, you know, we just for fun, we made them look like this. So yeah, that was kind of fun. Other freelance work I did was I worked freelance for private property. This was height of the pandemic. They started a podcast, but on YouTube, and then someone I know got the gig to work there, but they hired me to edit the thing for them and then upload, you know, thumbnails, stuff like that. So I actually don't know how many episodes I edited for them, but it was a 3-month contract type thing. My things look like this, but you know, they leveled up. They got an in-house guy eventually. Something else I did, we took a birthday trip with my girlfriend and some friends. Yeah, BK did like an edit to it. I'll just show you a bit of it right here.
Oh, welcome to the Hemlock room.
And I was also still shooting YouTube videos during the time, and during that time of shooting videos, obviously, like I said, I wasn't able to post, or I didn't want to post, but I kept shooting. And one thing I tried to also do during that time was like do my whole fitness, go through my fitness at the time, because I was huge. Not huge, but I was like, I weighed more than I've ever weighed in my life, and I think it was like around 89 kgs or something like that. That's the heaviest I've ever been, and I was like, there's no way I'm going out like this. So one of the YouTube videos I tried to like make out of that was like jogging for weeks, things like that. And as you can see, I actually did go jogging and stuff like that, but like I said, I didn't really want to post such. So but I've been actually making YouTube content. It's just that I didn't feel like it was good enough to post. Oh, and then I bought myself a new mouse. I don't know if that's relevant or not, but the techie in me still wouldn't allow me to not have new tech. So, and I bought a second, well, an ultra wide screen. So yeah, I got myself some stuff during the pandemic. I shot 3 music videos. Was it 4? It could be 4. Because the 3 I'm thinking of is Leroy's Backwoods.
I became a beacon for niggas actually rapping. Had to play both roles. Poetic and snapping. Wasn't given anything, homie. I had to snatch it from respect to the credits for movies they all neglected.
And then there's Scotty's Taboo.
It's like a taboo. And I'm out here on the lane on. Fuck all the bad bitches. And if they want it, they gon' ask for it. And if you ask me, we gon' last it.
Another thing I did is I DP'd for BK's Just the Beginning cinematic short, which you can find on his channel. I'll probably leave the link in the description for that. And that looked a little something like this. For some people, I finally moved to Joburg. Whoa, before everybody gets on my case about, oh, Lebo, didn't you say you never moved to Joburg, this and that? I needed money. That's it. I literally moved here because I needed money. That was the only reason. Apart from that, I'm not gonna lie, Joburg's not a bad place, but at the same time, I don't like the danger sense of being here, you know what I mean? It's like in Joburg, you know you have nice things or there's nice things to do, but there's still that danger element, and I don't like knowing that that element exists, because you could be freely doing whatever one day and then you'll be real, like somebody else would come and tell you like, oh, somebody got robbed last night, somebody that you know, you're like, dude, you know what I mean? So that it's just that thing that keeps me on edge about still being here, but at the same time I'm like, it's not a bad place, you know. There's nice things. The food places are all just scattered, and there's a variety of them, which is one thing I love. But at the same time, I'm like, bro, bring down your prices, God. So obviously, moving to Joburg means that I moved out of home. So yes, I got a new apartment, which explains this. I'll post the apartment tour next week. But anyway, I didn't move into a flat by myself. I moved in with my friend Mohau, aka EZM Beats, who is technically making beats right now. And obviously I cannot have an apartment without having a job. So yes, your boy got a job. I am a video editor, y'all. So it is what it is. And the last thing I've done since I'm here, still YouTube related, is that I've actually already collabed with someone. Rick is a friend of mine right now. He's somewhere in Europe, living the best damn life, doing nice things, just traveling, going to Greece, swimming in clean pools, eating nice food, doing what all creatives would like to do, in a sense. But you know what, bro? Enjoy your life, man. Like, do you deserve it. Yeah, Rick, we did a photo battle on his channel. I mean, I don't have to explain, you just watch the video. Link will also be in the description. So yeah, your boy is a professional video editor now. I work for a media agency in Johannesburg. Yeah, it's been okay, I guess. The opportunity has obviously led me to meet like famous people, good opportunities and stuff like that. Famous people I've met many app developers actually, and I feel like I should say this first and foremost because app developers usually turn out to be the richest people. So I hope you guys remember me when you eventually see this. But yeah, I've met a lot of app developers. That's one thing. Famous people I've met is Pops the comedian. I've met Skulk the Savior Note, also a comedian. But the biggest fanboy moment I would say was when I met Leanne Manas. I keep forgetting how to say that. Leanne, the morning live lady. So just to clarify that my job title is technically a video editor, but for this company I also do photography and video like DP work. So yeah, there's events I would go to and I'm the guy who shoots the highlights for these events. And I haven't edited one, I think, but I edit a lot of like the talking heads, corporate stuff videos. That's what I do. Those are the videos I edit very quickly, and I feel like they know this, so they let me do that. But when it comes to events, I'm usually the guy who does highlights. The only highlights I've done that I can think of off the top is for a specific event it's called Workplace Readiness. That is basically when a team of us with like presenters and stuff, we go to like schools with disabled children, and we basically teach them that there's more to life even when we have disabilities, because I mean, you know, we have BEE or whatever they call it, where people have to hire people with disabilities who are capable of doing the job. It's like, if you're disabled, like you could be the smartest kid and you're disabled, but now you feel like you don't belong because you're in a wheelchair. We do the thing where we tell you like, yo, you're able to do this because it's not about the fact that you're in a wheelchair. If you can understand how to do the job, you can do it. That's usually the highlights that I do, because I shoot the event and I do the pictures as well. So that's literally an aspect why I literally handle the full thing. So you could almost say it's like my baby in a sense. The only thing I don't handle is sound. That's my house job. What? Yep, I said it. So like I said, at these events we go to schools and basically present, and then I make a highlights video. So they would look a little bit something like this. Side note, my favorite school out of all of them was Prince Prince of that school was nice. They were the first school to let us use their screen. They let us use their speakers, and they gave us food. So that, like, everything. And I feel like technically, I feel like they had the most talented students, because we had a pianist, a blind pianist. We had two, like, obviously them being albino doesn't matter, but we had two albino guys who would take, I feel like, were the best singers out of all the schools.
When you're fighting for survival, I feel you've lost your head.
We had another albino chick who did poetry that actually rhymed. You know, there's people that do poetry but then they just talk. Hers actually rhymed, so it was like fire.
I said I am an albino. I'm born as a human being, waiting for what it could be in future that's free. For me, it's just beat. Stay if you want to, stay if you need to. That's all you can think through.
And yeah, then we had like a dancer dude, like, it's dancing. I feel like out of all of the schools, they had like literally the most talented kids. Plus, I like the experience because we didn't work as hard, because we didn't have to unpack all our stuff, because we could just use theirs. And at the same time, they also gave us food. So all around, Prince of, I personally think y'all won in the nice categories, like the nice category. Speaking of this, leads us to other events that I've done. So, like, again, I've listed some of them. So the notable ones that I like to talk about or whatever is MTN App of the Year. With their thing, that was the first major event I attended and shot highlights for. Didn't edit the highlights. I don't even know if there's a highlights video, but I have all the clips, so I will probably, depending on how I feel or if I'm allowed to, I'll probably see what I can do with that. The second most notable thing I've worked on was the AMD conference. That's like Aerospace Maritime Defense Conference. Basically, it's a bunch of security companies, military, stuff like that. It's all those people. They have their own conference about security and this and this and this, technology and stuff like that. But the nice part about that conference was because it was held in like Stain City, which a lot of people won't know about, but it was held in that area. So with us being allowed to shoot there, kind of like made the entire day fun as it is. And yeah, I feel like that was the most fun event I've been to in a while. So the next most notable thing I can think about is the Holiday Devil Run. Now, the thing that made the Holiday Devil Run interesting and different was the fact that let's say the Holiday Devil Run happened on a Friday. That was the set date for the run. What would happen is our media company hired out other people in different provinces to shoot the runners, and people just do whatever, you know, like they shot those people running and interviews and stuff like that, and then they sent back all that footage to us, and then we had to edit it because Hollard had their online show about the run that day as well. Basically everything had to be finished before the show started or during the show, because some places started later than others, because, you know, so there's people who run at like 6 a.m. and then there's people who decided, oh, I'll do this thing at like 1 when all my friends are here, stuff, you know what I mean. I was given the Northern Cape, so my longest video, or let me say my favorite video out of all those was the Katu one, which so happenly got showed on Supersport. yeah, that video, I was obviously they were covering the Daredevil thing themselves, and you know, they obviously wanted to see like things from different places, stuff like that. So my video was used as one of the things to show on Super Sport. So, but yeah, that was a cool thing to see. You know what I mean? It's one thing to be like, oh, my thing's gonna be on TV, until you actually see it on TV, and then not just on TV. It's like on, well, the biggest sporting channel we have, if not the only sporting channel we have. But to Americans, it's like you editing a video of your friend running, and then next thing it shows up on ESPN. So yeah, that's what made the Holland thing interesting. And then the latest one we did, the last event we did now, was their Sports Industry Awards. That's where I met Skull the Note, because he was the host for that, along with TDC, the sports presenter. And then I would say the most influential event I have been part of was the Mamas Alliance Care Group Conference thing, because with that event I was basically tasked to go shoot a documentary style type thing for 3 different homes, in a sense. So we'd obviously go to like a home, interview like the head person, the person in charge, the people who work there, and then we'd show some of the kids, you know, stuff like that, like they're basically their ins and outs. And then later on an editor would put that together into like a 10-minute type documentary thing about this specific environment type thing. The one that gave me the best feeling, in a sense, was when we were sent to Limpopo. When we were sent to Limpopo, we did one for Ndlovu Care Group. When you look at it, it's one of those things where you like, obviously could have been better, but at the same time you're like, dude, the way that this was edited makes it feel like something everybody is used to watching when they hear about documentaries and shit like that.
We take the measurements on weekly basis, and then we take the weight, the height, the MWAC. The MWAC stands for mid-upper arm circumference. So it will determine us whether the child is malnourished or obese or under normal range. So
shout out to Andreas for hooking that one up. I really liked the intro video. So videos that I've edited personally for this is mostly airplane stuff, because for some reason that's something that they keep throwing me into. So I've mostly done corporate company videos for AIRBNB Academy, for Cirrus South Africa. I think I did 2 of them now for them. The last one I edited was Adventure Air. They asked us to come because they were basically doing a show on like the airplanes that they built. So I did the video for that. And yeah, like I said, I only handle video stuff and know how to handle sound. That's basically the summary of everything that's happened so far. While I'm here, I thought I'd ask my subscribers or fans, or you know, people that know me, to ask me what they want to know about what has happened in the past, and you know, just generally give you like a question and answer thing. So I'm gonna try and run through this really fast, because obviously this video is already too long. So question is, how is your job? Are you enjoying where you're currently at? My job is fine. The only reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like technically I want to be making more money. But yeah, I feel like opportunity wise it's been great. Why in the world did you stop? I'm guessing you could just watch the beginning of this video. Probably explains that. What do you do? I'm a video editor. How is the move from home to Joburg? So initially we moved from home to my cousin's place, where I stayed with her and her children and her nanny. As far as the question goes, it's been good, mostly because at least I have my own free space. You know, I buy the things that I want, in a sense, you get what I mean? So that makes the move good. But at the same time, I miss home because I mean, my mom's bougie. So I miss some of the things that my mom used to buy that she would just bring to the house, and I just eat. Please donate a camera to the needy. I'm the needy. Listen, I cannot donate a camera because I literally only have one. But if you want to shoot, holla at me, maybe we'll make something happen. Why didn't you say that you're now in JHB? I literally don't feel like I like announcing things at all, you know what I mean? Like, even when I used to visit my girlfriend in Bloom, I never told my Bloom friends that I'm going to Bloom. Not like I don't want to see them, but it was like unless something big could happen, then I'd be like, okay guys, I'm gonna be in Bloom, so we can do 1, 2, 3. But other than that, I'm about leaving people to do their business. When are you getting married? What the f is this? I want to be a guest. Listen, wrong question. Try again next time. When is the catch-up making a return?
That's a good question.
Listen to this nigga.
Hear me out, dog. Needs to make a return. Whether you like it or not.
Hey, when is the catch-up making a return? I don't know. Will you come back stronger in the photo battle? I'm not sure if I actually want to do another one, but I'm low-key leaning towards it. But the thing is, I might want to change the rules again, you know. And then the last question I'm gonna answer, because yeah, are you ready for the new year? Bro, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm ready to go home yet. The new year, man, I hope it brings more opportunities, more money, because like I said, it's one thing I would like. But yeah, but anyway, that's what's been happening for the past 9 months. A lot. But as you can see, I've been busy. It's not like I was just there like, I'm not gonna post and then I sleep all day. As a closing statement, I want to say, like, yo, there's a lot of people who need inspiration and to do things, you know. Mine came from obviously my favorite YouTubers. There's people like KSI, you know, people like Marquez, people who I've discovered during the pandemic, like Chevron, and then there's people who I watched because they tell us their stories during the pandemic. People like Click for Taz.
I mean, if that's not symbolism for life, I don't know what is.
When it comes to inspiration, I would say find that one YouTuber that kept posting for you, that one consistent YouTuber that kept posting. Figure out what they did during that time where you feel like, oh, I can't do this, and then just learn from it. And then once you figured out, oh, it's not that hard, jump in. Even David Dobrik came back from nothing. And with that, I will leave you with one song that actually made me reconsider coming back to YouTube, which was the song that Alex Brooks used to play at the end of all of his vlogs during a certain time, aka Mars Bar. There was this song. But yeah, like I'm saying, the song basically I listened to it on Spotify at some point, and it just, you know, gave me that feel to be like, dude, you watched this guy go from this to this, you might as well. So it's been your boy, and I'll check you in the next one. Peace. Oh, and before I go, my girlfriend and my friend started a YouTube channel, 2 separate channels. I'll leave the links in the description. No, I'll just leave them here, actually, like there. They're new to YouTube, so obviously let's just give them a warm welcome. If you like their content, obviously subscribe. But yeah, these are my peoples. Let's subscribe to them. Yeah, warm welcomes to YouTube, guys. Anyway, I'm out again. Peace.